Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to review the Maruti Suzuki Vitara Brezza. Straight away, let's get into the engine bay. Kind of okay, yeah, there. This is a 1.5 liter K series engine from Maruti Suzuki, which is BS6 compliant, and they have they have just ditched the diesel engine because it was too hard for them to make one BS6 compliant. So this has 103 horsepower and 138 newton meters of torque. Here, starting from the front, the headlights, they're dual chamber LED headlights with they don't have the coordinating function, but the good touch is the fog lamp also is a LED. Here get the LED DRL, which also turns as the indicator. Here we get the bold Suzuki grill with Suzuki logo and 4 slats, as Suzuki calls it. Here we get a skid plate type of treatment, but it's actually not. It's just for look, no purpose. No front parking sensors, no camera, which the rivals offer, like the Venue. Here we go to the side. We get side body cladding right there that runs throughout the car, and this is part of the accessories just to give it a much better look. Here we get diamond finish alloy wheels, which size are 215/60 R16. That's a big sidewall, so I imagine the ride quality is good. Here we see the suspension, which, okay, yeah, there it is. There's a lot of gap between the tire and the wheels. Here we get ORVMs with the turn signal and request sensor on this side. Here we see the body cladding keeps running, and here with Vitara Brezza boldly written in the chrome place. Here we get Suzuki logo. This is again part of accessories, and the Kalyani Motors written there. Rear spoiler with high mounted tail lamp and the washer and rear wiper. There's defogger as well. Here we get rear parking sensors, 4 rear parking sensors. This is part of the accessory, and rear parking camera. This is again the skid plate like treatment, and the reflectors are merged into the bumper. Okay, wait. I have to unlock the car. That makes a sound. You unlock it, there. You get no power tailgate, but it's too much to offer in this segment. Here we get some storage space right here, as well as on the other side there. You get a 12-volt charging socket, which is unique in this segment, and a light there. Here is the spare wheel, which is a same size spare wheel. This is 215/60 R16, but it's not an alloy, so kind of cost cutting is done there. There. You get a parcel tray right here, which can be accessed from here, and yeah, that's it. Here we get petrol. It's a petrol car, obviously. Suzuki doesn't make any diesel cars anymore. Here we get request sensor as well, so both on the passenger as well as the driver side. Here we get an antenna, which is not shark fin, so that is also one thing that they could have done, and they may do in the facelift. Okay, doors shuts with kind of a proper third, not proper-ish, something like that. Here we get good enough leg room for my height, minus 5'7" or so, and good enough leg room I have. Front seat is adjusted towards the owner of the car. Wait, let me just switch on the lights. There you get no AC vents as well as no charging port, which could have been an inclusion because many of the rivals have it, like the Venue, Tata Punch, which is Newcomb. Yeah, so that is one thing. I hope they do it in the facelift version or generation change version, whatever. So again, the view is okay. The windows are not too large, not like the Ertiga or the XL6. Here we have the handle to hold on to, hook here, light here, handle to hold on to, and hook here. Here you get 2 adjustable headrests, only 2, not for the center passenger. Sorry for the center passenger, I feel sorry. Here there's a hump in the middle, not too big, but then I think 3 people can fit inside the car, but not comfortably. It gives a good view outside when you're in the center. So there, and there's the rear armrest as well. I don't know if you can open it here. This is a brand new car, that's why everything is still there, the cover, everything. Wait 1 minute. There. Yeah, this is the armrest right here, which gets twin cup holders. And yeah, that's it. In the rear seats, that's it. Gets seat belt as well. And for center passenger, I don't think there's a seat belt. And what I said that you can access the parcel tray outside is you can just open it from here. Just open it from here and then access all your things that you need. Let's go into the front. Here we get seat belt height adjust in the front as well as the recline adjust. There, dead pedal is present there and the 3 pedals right there. Storage space right here, which is something unique, but when you accelerate it may fall off. Here we get the outside rear view mirror controls, here to fold, to unfold, then to adjust it from here, and then this is a plain dummy button. Engine start stop button. Here's the AC vents right there, and let me get inside. Switch off the flash. Too much light. How do you guys want it? Tell me in the next video. There, doors shut with a properish thud. And by the way, this is the safest car that Suzuki has ever produced in its career, whatever I say, career or whatever. Here we get the Suzuki logo with the air horn. Let me just switch on the light. Yeah, that gets the horn and the Suzuki logo and an airbag. Dual airbags in the front. Here we get the volume controls for the touchscreen, which I'll show you in a bit. And here's the cruise control buttons. Here's for the Bluetooth and all the functions, the memory function, the function and all. Yeah. Here we get the manual gearbox is a manual ZXi Plus. Here we get AC controls right here, and yeah, touchscreen over here, hazard light button, and yeah, that's it in the front. Here we get dual glove boxes. Upper one is cooled, the lower one is not cooled. Here you get auto dimming inside rear view mirror, which is a good touch. Here we get no vanity mirror, but there's a ticket holder right here. I don't think it's needed now. Here we get on the passenger side, we do get it, but with no light. Oh no, there is a light. You have to switch on manually. Okay, there's a light there. And then airbag warning there. Here, no sunroof on offer, which is I'm saying it's a bad touch. It's actually not a bad touch, just that it's a missed feature. Here we get a center armrest with some storage right here. Twin cup holders, handbrake, manual handbrake, gear lever, and some storage space here with my key. Not my key, sorry, the key of the car. Here we get USB and aux cable right here. You just switch on the flash, you can see. Yeah, here's the 12-volt charging socket. Here's some storage space just to keep your phone. And here's the USB and aux. Yeah, that's it. I don't think there's anything left to say. Here we get the controls for the lights right here. Here's the control for the wipers, which gets automatic wipers as well as automatic headlights. Here's the instrument cluster right here. Gets 2 dials, analog dials, and one MID, small MID in the middle. It gets a Suzuki projection right here. As you can see, the thing is there's a LED DRL, which you can see there. This is the horn of the vehicle. This is the indicator. Whatever, everything is really simple in this car. You can see here. As you can see, the engine starts slowly revving, starts revving slowly and then keeps declining. That's because to save the to save your fuel. And you get color options as well, which I'll just close that. Yeah, see that, it looks so nice. It gets color option as well. You just turn this, you can choose between blue, you can choose between orange, you can choose yellow, you can choose blue, which looks nice. Then this is red. Then color 1. Okay, this is white. Never mind, this is not blue. This is orange, this is yellow, this is blue, which looks really nice in real life. In the camera it doesn't look as good, but then looks really nice in real life. Then this is the red. Yeah, that's shown there. Then in the small MID that you get here, you get the range, which is there. Then the fuel, which fuel only there's 2 bars. Okay, it gets 48-liter fuel tank as well. The range is shown there, the amount of kilometers that you have driven and when you get the car totally. And yeah, 91 kilometers. Yeah, simple. Yeah, the same thing that shows here, kilometers per liter, that's average. They don't show, it's not showing there for some reason, but that is there. Here we get the 7-inch touchscreen, which is big enough. You can move around your things if you want. You can choose where you want to keep it. I'll just keep it where it was. Here you get the average. Oh, here it gives average mileage 65 kilometers. What? 85 kilometers. What am I saying? Okay, there you don't get physical controls for this. Right here, you don't get physical controls. You have to do it manually. Okay, don't copyright strike. You get the alarm button here. No rear AC vents, so there's a central AC vents. I mean, you get it whenever. It's auto dimming inside your sunglass holder, which is stuck for some reason. Oh, I think there's shades inside. Again, I showed this thing. Okay, never mind. Here's the thing. Here's the headlamps. I'll show you the headlamp throw. Headlamp throw is really good. It gets automatic headlamps as well, so that's why it's showing that. Then high beam, low beam, pass switch. Yeah, that's it. Outside rear view mirror give a good look on outside. I mean, look behind. Here you get the controls for the windows. Here you get to unlock your vehicle right there. Just to lock the windows if you don't want anyone to open it. Here again I showed that. Here you get the door handle. Why am I showing all of this? Here the auto dimming inside rear view mirror. Yeah, there's nothing else to show here. You get a really comfortable driving position right here. If you see, comfortable driving position, you can see the hood as well. That's actually a good thing. Yeah, any person can drive it. And even I feel I can also drive it. The way it's there, no, I feel even I can drive it, so that's a good touch. I'll just show you how the indicator works. The LED DRL turns into the indicator as well. So there you see the LED DRL works as an indicator as well. And yeah, I want to show you this thing as well. Fog lights as well as the thing. So LED DRL turns into the indicator, the dual chamber projector, LED lights as well as the fog light. So it gives a good throw outside, you can see. And yeah, there's nothing else to say. Rear you get the LED tail lamps. Only the brake light is LED, but these two, reverse light as well as the indicator, is halogen. Again, when we go inside, there you see it says parking brake on. And then we get into the reverse. Here you see reverse parking camera. It doesn't get adaptive guidelines, unfortunately, but yeah, at least gets some guidelines. Few cars don't even get guidelines, so yeah, it makes that sound when you go into reverse, so that's one point. And yeah, that's it. Nothing else to say about this car. It's an amazing car for people who look in for a budget car. Like if you don't want any features like sunroof or anything. And yeah, that's it. Nothing else. The horn, it's okay. It's meek for this vehicle. And yeah, nothing else to say. But I love this feature that Maruti has given right here. Ooh. I'll set it back to where it was. Yeah, nothing else to say about this vehicle. It's a really good vehicle if you want a car that is for purpose, not for your leisure buying. You can have this for your second car as well. Yeah, nothing else. There's no vibration on the gear knob, nothing anywhere. Okay, it's a really smooth car. Let's see the AC performance, how it is. Makes a noise, but it's alright. It's not too much of a noise. It's a brand new car, it'll be not make too much of noise, but yeah, that's it. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe if you liked it. And I'll meet you guys in the next one. Bye bye.